Okay, so for this petal, I am using 2 colors of the horizontal wide stripe. I'm using horizontal wide stripe lavender and the horizontal wide stripe purple, dark purple. I tend to like this, the horizontal wide stripe. I like it a little better. Well, I like it because it's less expensive. It's half the price of poly burlap. Now, poly burlap, we all know, is beautiful for making flowers. It's soft and all that stuff, but it's kind of pricey. So this is a great alternative. I have cut my mesh 10.5 by 10.5. Just cut it with a rotary cutter. I did not wood burn these at all because you don't need to. We're going to, for this one, I'm going to be using a glue gun, some glue sticks. I'm going to be using some of these clips, okay? And I'm also going to be using some of these clear rubber bands that I use all the time. Now, if you don't have the clear rubber bands, it's okay. You can just literally slide your petal in after you've made the petal. But it is a lot easier if you have the rubber bands. Okay, so I am using the small board. So row 1, I used every set of holes on row 1. Okay, row 2 is where it's a little bit different. Normally we use the normal holes, which is from here to here. So there is our logo, okay, and then right above the holes that are closer together, those are the normal holes that we normally use. I'm not using them for this flower. I'm actually using the sets of holes outside that. So in 2s, so 2, 2, 16 petals on row 2. There to there. So we're using some shared holes, and then there to there, from there to there. Okay, that's row 2. So you see I left the normal holes. Row 3 is the normal holes, so there's 8 of them. And row 4, I'm using the normal holes and the shared holes. I'll have to do that. So there's 8 of those. The petal is the same on each row. Okay, so there we go. So you can see, oh, I need one more there. So when I flipped it over, I could see I'm missing a zip tie right there. So you can just flip it over to check to make sure you got all your zip ties. Our board is preloaded, ready to go. And the petal. So like I said, I had cut my mesh at 10.5 by 10.5. I'm using 32 pieces of the dark purple. And then I'm using 16 pieces of the lavender. Okay, I got my 10.5 by 10.5 by 10.5 curl up. So when you let go, it curls up. I got it in a diamond shape in front of me. My factory serged edge is on the top left, like I always do them. I'm going to take the top corner and I'm going to bring it down to the bottom corner and meet up the edges here and just flatten it out like that. So you make a nice triangle shape. And now you're going to take, I'm right-handed, so I always start with my right hand. I'm going to take my right corner here. I'm going to bring it so it's running right along the edge here. So, and this corner meets the bottom corner here. There we go. And then the left corner, it's going to go straight down again, right to the corner here. So you're kind of making like a square shape here, like that. And then you're going to take this square and I'm going to flip it over and bring the 2 corners like this. Okay. And then I'm going to, about a thumb, so there's my thumb, I'm going to pinch it right below those 2 corners. So it looks like it's about an inch away from the corners. And don't worry, I'm going to do this petal a few times. And then I'm going to put an elastic band around it. Okay. But I'm going to be doing some gluing. We're going to cut the tail off. So I'm leaving about an inch and a half. Yeah, about an inch and a half past my little elastic band here. And now what I'm going to do, so this is the front. You see that? There's the edge and that crease in the center. This is the back, so you got two like elbows. Okay, but what I'm going to do, my corner, I'm going to put just a small dab of glue on it, and I'm going to put it the other corner right over top of that glue, and I'm going to clip it. Okay, I'm going to do a couple of them, and I'll do the petal fold a few times. So again, I'm going to put a little bit of glue and just clip it. Now the reason I am folding, the reason I'm gluing and kind of tapering these corners back is it opens up the front, so all of the petals will be open about the same distance, and it creates like a little shelf. Instead of the elbows, they're not sitting up, the petals are not up as high off the board. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take, it doesn't take long for this glue to dry. I'm going to take my little clip off, and then you can see it's, and you can sculpt it open. Okay. Then I'm going to take the end of this petal and I'm going to zip it in right where my elastic band is. Or you can do it so the tail is just before the second row here. Either or. Now you can get these all in, and then you'll see what I'm going to do in this next step to make them all look uniform. Okay, we're going to cut these off. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect each one to the side of the neighbor. So it opens it up, and each petal will open up the exact same distance. And each petal will then look all uniform because they are opened up the same distance. So just check where your petal is actually touching the neighbor, which is right there. I'm just going to put a tiny, tiny little dab of glue there. And then same thing here. Now you can do put all your petals in and then go around. After you get all of row one in, go around and then glue them all. And then you can see that each petal is opened exactly the same. So it looks almost like a lolly petal, but it sits up and it's more 3D. If you can see that. It's more 3D than a lolly petal is. And it covers the board quite nicely. And like I said, when you glue the sides like this, and glue the two corners back, they sit perfectly. So you don't have to worry about, sculpting them and all that stuff. The glue will sculpt everything pretty much, uniform for you. Okay, so you're going to finish all of row one. That one's a little bit too much glue. So again, you can see how it's opening those petals up. Exactly the same for each petal. Okay, so that's row one. So you can see we have like perfect petals. All right. So we're going to do the exact same on row two. Again, putting it in about right before the line on row three. Now with these ones, because we're using the spacing is more, I wanted to keep row 2, like make it sure it's nice and full. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and slide it to the outside of the zip tie. So towards, like, sliding the whole petal this way, shifting it to the left. So they're all going to the left. And that way it spaces your petals the same all on row 2 as well. And then again, you're going to figure out where the 2 petals meet, neighboring petals meet. Just like right there, give it a little. And you're going to do row 2 exactly like you did row 1. So I finished the whole row and then go around and then glue them. So it's a pretty, it's time consuming, but it's a pretty easy way of getting all your petals to look the same and spaced the same. So I finished going around row 2 with my dark purple. Push them all to the left so they're all spaced right. And then once you're finished that, you can glue them all like I just did. And then we're going to do row 3. We're going to do the light, the lavender. And row 4, we're going to do the lavender again all the way around. 10.5 by 10.5, or whatever your mesh is. If it's 10 inches, your mesh, cut it 10 by 10. We're going to do curl up. Put your mesh into a diamond, the factory edge on the left. Bring your top corner down to your bottom corner. And once you do that, everything should meet up. Now, I did not heat seal these. You see, you really don't need to. In between that, another mesh I would use with this, it would be a wide foil mesh, or you can use a deluxe foil mesh or a fabric mesh. So pretty much anything, actually. Okay, so we made that corner. The corners are matched down right at the bottom. Just going to pinch it right in the middle here. And I'm just making sure that these 2 corners right here, okay, this is the top. The 2 corners here are matched up about an inch in. Right underneath the corner here is where I'm going to pinch. So if you need to put your corner on a ruler or your cutting mat, you can put the corner here and you're going to pinch right there. Bring it in. I'm going to put an elastic band around it. Okay, so I cut the tail off, so about an inch from my elastic band. I cut the tail off. Now we're going to take, this is the front, so if you push that down, you can see that the vein or whatever is running up the center of the petal, and then your 2 sides. The corners here, which sit like this, a little dab of glue, just put the right corner over top of that dab of glue, and you can put a little clip on it while you do the rest of them. So again, now I'm going to go on this row, bring the tail in just before 4. But you'll want to make sure, you'll see that these are sitting up a bit, and this petal, you can kind of place them so they're sitting in between. So the center of this one will be sitting on top of the edges or the sides of the one behind it. So the 2 here, see these 2 right there? Okay, so the center is of this one, the corners will be sitting right on top where these 2 meet. And it'll be like that all the way around. So you can actually fix them, and that's how you can get like the perfect flower. Okay, so we'll finish up that. And then once you're done all that, right, just like the large board, I'm gonna put just a few green leaves, and I have some made. I just got some, I always have some extra green fabric mesh leaves in a box because I always forget to cut the green. So they're already made into the leaves. So I'm just going to put 2, I always do 4 leaves, 2 and then 2. So I'm going to put my leaves, I'm going to put the seam, so you see the seams here. Just going to put that, do the zip tie, and before I tighten it, I'm going to make sure that the center of the leaves are just kind of tucked underneath the board, and do the zip tie up tight. And I still have no strength. And pop the head of the zip tie into the hole. Oh, that looks pretty. Look at that. This is a fabric mesh. Don't be afraid to mix and match meshes, especially if you're trying to use up some mesh. Mix and match them. Your customers won't be able to tell. So, all right, and then we'll finish it off. Now you could use any color. Even this, no, I'm not finished row 5 or anything, but this is a light blue. You can use any color. All right, so I am going to finish this, the lavender, the purple, and that is going to be my center. Even the gold would work, silver, pretty much any color, although the blue probably wouldn't. You can do whatever you want.